Здравствуйте, с вами снова я. Я продолжаю проходить за ситхом-инквизитором. Так, мне, наверное, сюда, да? Вроде отсюда прилетел. Или отсюда. Ладно, что прокатимся. За ситхов-убийцу, точнее. Так, возьмем. Ну, давайте возьмем.
Hey there. Got a second? Oh, you're one of them Sith Lords. I ain't seen one of those before. Am I supposed to bow or something? I bet you could get me to who's in charge.
This better be worth my while.
I ain't never been more serious. Once you turned our droids against us, Balmora was dead. It's just mop-up for you. I want to come out of this with my head. I got info. Right here. Where the rebels are. What they're hitting. Introduce me to the mucky mucks, and I'll trade them the rest for a berth off-planet.
You want to defect?
Now you're getting it. Help me out. I think Lieutenant Trishota handles defections, but he's been targeted a few times, so he don't take people off the street anymore. You convince him I'm the real goods, and I'd bet he'd cut you in a finder's fee.
Там еще один квестик. Сейчас мы все возьмем.
My lord, I have heard much about your accomplishments. I understand you are not averse to occasional off-the-record tasks which require some discretion. One of our officers has just had an unfortunate dust-up with a valuable delegate, and we need to doctor the results.
I'm all about results.
So I've heard. This officer recently quarreled with one of our CHIS delegates. The delegate did not survive. The CHIS have provided crucial intelligence here and elsewhere in the war. It would not do to strain relations with them.
We cannot allow our people to look weak before our allies.
Precisely, my lord. We have doctored a security recording to make it appear that Balmoran rebels attacked the delegate. We need someone with no direct connection to this officer to go to the room where the murder occurred and upload the doctored footage to the security cameras. With luck, we can turn this into a galvanizing point against the rebels.
An excellent plan.
The delegate was killed in the back room of a cantina. I'll give you the coordinates. Just tell our man at the door that you're working for Breredan, and he'll let you pass.
Это наш основной.
There's something of great value in one of the hazard vaults. The one that was blown open. I heard you could help.
Ah, who's this? Sith. We don't often get Sith on Balmora. It's a real pleasure. I have a son on Korriban, you know. It's a tough war you're walking into. We're fixing blasters with adhesive tape. But we'll help you any way we can. Now, let's see. A blown open vault. Captain, do we still have those pumps?
Sir, if this is the vault I think it is, it won't be that easy. The fumes alone have put men in a medical center.
There has to be something that can withstand this stuff.
We need some way to make this pit less deadly. Tell me, Captain, is there nothing that can survive the toxic waste?
Well, nothing grows there, sir. But there are the colicoids.
Colicoids? What do those bugs want with toxic waste?
Food, sir. Our surveillance satellites have recorded them feeding on the toxic waste. We suspect they've been designed to eat it.
So how do I become a colicoid?
Sir.
No, Captain, he's right. To get to the bottom of that pit, you'll need to become like the colicoids. Must be a way for you to take on the colloquoid's resistance, so you can enter the vault. Captain, where were these creatures created?
Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a research lab not far from here that was overrun with colloquoids as soon as the Balmorans abandoned it. But the colloquoids are vicious creatures. Just one of them tore apart a whole squad.
I think I can handle a few bugs.
If you can get into that lab and find out the colloquoid's secret, we'll do what we can to get you into that toxic pit.
Sir, even if we find out what causes this resistance, we don't have the...
We'll worry about that later. Right now, our Sith friend has to get into that lab and find out what the Balmorans did to those creatures.
My lord, word of your talent precedes you. I'm honored. You're well aware of the situation, I'm sure. The government in exile, the resistance, cowards. If my lord is willing, we're going to bury them in their little hidey holes.
What do you want me to do?
The old government's sending generators to the resistance, powering their artillery. The resistance has given pardons to Balmora's worst killers in exchange for a little guard duty. Phase 1 of Operation Breaking Point is to destroy those generators and put those killers to sleep. You in?
I signed up to serve the Empire, and I intend to do it.
From the looks of you, I'd say you mean it. The generators are in the Nibre warehouse. If you can blow them to pieces, you'll show the Balmoran resistance it takes more than cold-blooded killers to stop the Empire.
Так, ладненько. Погнали. Да, здесь я не могу летать, я понял. Вот велички. Девочки, возможно, не целочки. Вас угостить лимонадом? Не хотите? Ладно.
I'm working for Brereton.
Что? Нет, какие-то косточки остались. Так, мне нужен торговец.
Won't find a better bargain.
Тут кастомизация на пинбалла, но я играю без подписки.
Come back anytime.
Не катит. А так можно ее тут приобрести. Да мне кинбалы не особо интересно. Ну, если я подписку сделаю, конечно, куплю ему кастомизацию. Это по-любому. Да, это по-любому.
Are you the officer who deals with defectors?
My lord, my poor station is honored by your presence. I'm Lieutenant Trishoda. High Command has tasked me to learn how these rebels think, as distasteful as that is. Have you found a candidate? Someone of enough value for the Empire to recruit instead of capture?
A man named Griffin Remus. He seems to know the rebels well. We should work with him.
Let me see anything you have on him. We could use a man on the inside. Thank you, my lord. Forgive me the paltry payment for your service. We have a standard rate.
Так, и вернуться к этому офицеру, я так понял. Ну да.
I handled your cover-up. As far as anyone will know, the rebels killed that chiss.
Excellent. And I have heard nothing of it, which is even better. Please accept this payment for your service and your silence.
Так. А, ну да, сюда, правильно. Это Бальмора, она сильно такая запутанная для меня планетка. Что, ой-ой-ой. Тут еще и бонусный за них идет. Что их сразу убить. Потом мне надоедает. Так, и где-то там еще один. Где? Тут-то? Еще прямо одна. Ё-моё. Ну, ребята, тогда извините. Но вы где-то тут. О, нашел. Ты еще живой? Странно. Должен бонусник заделать. Так. Ага.
Praise the Emperor. My lord, you don't know the relief it is to see you. You are the answer to a problem that has gone from insulting me to threatening the entire Empire.
You have my complete, undivided attention.
My name is Gan Sakol. I'm a senior science officer here at Troida. Perhaps you've heard of my involvement in the Protactinian bomber design. No matter. It would only help you understand the sensitive nature of what I do, the secrets I'm privy to.
Is there a point in all of this?
My foolishness may have allowed a top-secret design for our blaster power system to fall into Republic hands.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
My father warned me. He said, a pretty girl can do more damage with a smile than a Sith with a lightsaber. But let me be direct. I am not the traitor. My wife is the one who betrayed first me, then our empire.
I hope you plan to elaborate.
I should never have brought Kanara to this forsaken backwater. I was so hopeful when she finally stopped complaining. But no, she found her own entertainment. His name is Harez Bant. He's a thug, clears the trash at the cantina in Sobrik. Imperial intelligence believes he's a spy, and I am certain beyond doubt that he's the one who has the design plans that disappeared from my bedroom drawer.
If he's got those plans, he won't see tomorrow.
Thank you, my lord. I cannot say what it means to have one of the very arms of the Dark Council on my side. The plans must be recovered before Harez sells them to the Republic. He should be at the cantina now. I will gladly give you as great a reward as I can muster should you dispose of this refuse. Then I will deal with my wife.
Так. А, тут еще такой полукруг, да? Понятно.
These blasted Balmorans have no idea what's good for them. They should have fallen to their knees in gratitude when we first offered to bring them into the glory of the Empire.
What's happening here?
Last week, those wretched rebels managed to reprogram the defense turrets around Sobrik to detect and target Imperial troops. The engineers I sent to fix them were massacred. My only hope is to find someone willing to brave both the rebels and the turrets themselves to repair them.
These rebels must learn they have no chance against the Empire.
Thank you. The turrets are scattered around the perimeter of the city and guarded well by rebel spies. You'll need to use this to neutralize their defenses, then upload this code to allow us to reprogram the proper targets. Those rebels will pay for their impertinence with their lives.
Так, а что мне надо? 4 турели. А там утечка какая-то, да? Ну, погнали. Одна есть. Вторая, по идее. Ладно, может сгонять в башню. Так, сюда, а потом сюда.
The turrets are ready for reprogramming.
Hail the Emperor! I owe you my thanks and far more. The Corps of Engineers will more than compensate you for your service. Now those rebels will see how lucky they are to be part of the glorious Empire.
Так. Просто думаю, как мне лучше сделать. Майору я пока не пойду. Я что-то там не все закончил. А вот сюда я наведаюсь. Меня отправят в следующую локацию, а я пока не хочу туда, чтобы у меня квест светился. Я еще в это ничего не все доделал.
Evening, sir. What can I offer to wet your throat and bring a smile to your lips?
Point me to Harrow's bunt and no one gets hurt.
Men were looking for him yesterday, too. Imperial intelligence. Whatever he did, I don't want to know. Harris, leave the girls alone and get over here. Someone wants you.
And what does such a respected Sith want with Harris Bant?
You've got something that belongs to the Imperial Army.
Possible. I get a lot of gifts, you know. It'd be rude to refuse them.
Ну не хочет по-хорошему.
I've been asked to kill you, and I hate to disappoint.
Now, we're all friends here. Just tell me what you want.
You're only making this more painful for yourself.
Okay. You're talking about the package I snagged from the Sakol girl, right? Good looker, that one. But not much between the ears. Anyway, here they are. It's just some data disks. I don't even know what's on them.
Was Kalara in on this? Did she give you the discs?
You think she's innocent? She knew who I was. But when we were together, we weren't talking politics.
Не, я его грохну.
Try not to bleed all over the discs.
Not in my cantina!
No!
Надо было сразу все отдать, а не выеживаться. Или сходить к этому майору. А не, я серию закончу. Когда тут в этой локации все пройду, то зайду к майору и закончу на этом серию. Чтобы она сильно длинная не была. А уже буду по локации. Ну, каждая локация серия. Одна локация, одна серия. Потому что тут очень много квестов на этой бальморе. А еще плюс планета для меня запутанная. что, наверное, он планетарный говорит. Что надо расхлебываться по кассете.
You look satisfied. I hope it's because the wretched spy who stole my blaster designs lies dead on his own floor.
You should not be so careless with your secrets next time.
I shall guard them as closely as I guard my heart. But what of Kalara? Did you question him as to her role in this affair?
All he said was she's a lousy kisser.
The bore! But I won't linger on that image. It's clear Kalara's part in this was vital and willing. If you haven't tired of my sordid tale, perhaps you could undertake one more task.
How much would you pay to convince me?
This is a bit more sensitive than dealing with Haraz Bant. I could see fit to pay you triple what I would give otherwise. Consider it. If the authorities learned of Kalara's folly, it would ruin the good name of this office, shut us down for months of investigation. All the while, the resistance would be gaining strength.
What's your plan?
The penalty for aiding a spy is death. Kalara deserves no less. I have been considering how best to end this disaster. It should be quiet, quick, something that can be blamed on the rebels, no questions asked.
I've got a talent for that.
Let me call Kalara. I will tell her you were to escort her to my colleague Garboza at the Imperial outpost. The route has many isolated spots, suitable for rebel ambush.
Oh, is it time?
My dear, this is the bodyguard I've asked to bring you to the outpost. Garboza asked me to thank you for your assistance at such short notice.
One never knows what companions life's journey will provide.
Ooh, a philosopher. This should be fun.
He will meet you at the transit point. Wait for him there.
I love you too.
Go then. When you find yourselves alone, you can put an end to her treason. And my marriage.
I'd say we've come to an agreement.
Just be kind about it. I loved her once. It is best our names not be linked after this. When the deed is done, go to Officer Garboza at the outpost. He'll have your reward. You need not say what it's for.
Вот, блин, старый импотент, хочет, чтобы я его жену грохнул. Типа она с республикой дела имела. Это вкратце.
Ah, you must be here for Officer Sokol's wife. He said to expect you. One moment.
Gan doesn't usually go out of his way to see me protected. Is this going to be so dangerous? I can't remember the last time you voluntarily let me spend time with a man who wasn't stodgy or senile.
The war hasn't threatened the Imperial outpost yet.
But there's still all these curfews and checkpoints and... Oh! I could just scream. Who lives in a place like this? Let's get going.
Мы ее должны довести до определенного места и там, по идее, убить. Но убивать я ее навряд ли буду. А, ты по этой дороге пойдешь, да? Давай этих грохнем.
Not half bad.
Как я миллион превысил? 800, уже 3. О, блин.
around so much? Like that? It's like you're looking for someone. Are you expecting an attack? Why did Gunn send an armed escort when I'm just going to the outpost?
Ну, твой муж хочет твоей смерти, да.
I'm supposed to kill you as a traitor to the Empire.
What? Gunn wants you to kill me? Are you going to?
Harris Band says you gave him sensitive military documents.
This is about Harris. Fine. Yes, I slept with the slime. And do you think he bothered to call after? But military documents? Do I look like I have a clearance? Tell Gunn that Harris is a jerk and I've broken it off. If he had the guts, he would ask me himself.
He's a patriot. That means you betrayed him twice.
It is just jealousy. Gunn knows I can't tell design specs from a grocery list. He knows I'm not a spy. Look, can't you just talk to him or something? He wouldn't really kill me for this, would he?
Ну вот, можно ее убить, можно ее отпустить. Ну не хочу я бабу убивать.
I let you go, and he'll just send someone else. You should get off planet by nightfall.
Where would I go? Everything I own is here. I mean, thank you, but over one night? One lousy night?
Давайте вернемся к этому старому патенту. Так, ясно, это не старый. А, к старому патенту уже не надо, да? Мы же ее не грохнули. А что это я херню спорол? Их же можно убить. Кстати, тоже есть дататрончик. Но тут, чтобы его взять, надо быть двойным. Сейчас я покажу, где он находится. тут это типа стражники. Вот надо вначале нажать на одну консоль, потом второй должен нажать на вторую. И вот тут откроется это поле, и вон там он патрон светится. Надо вдвоем. Я один как-то бегал, у меня не получилось, не знаю. Я его брал, когда мы были вдвоем. Написал в чате, и человек прибежал и помог. Кстати, он тоже тогда дотронулся. Может, еще вас поубивать? Стоят красиво. Все, я понял. Понял. Ё-моё. Давайте тогда к майору сейчас.
Major, if we don't get those supply vehicles.
My men are working on it, sir, but until that shipment of plasteel I requested 3 months ago comes in...
I don't care. Tear it off the walls if you have to.
What was that all about?
Don't worry about the Colonel. He's loud and impatient, but we all are these days. What with the supply shortage. Now, did you manage to find anything out of the lab? Captain Gillon and I have been doing our own research, but we haven't discovered much.
There were bugs and more bugs.
I hope the colicoids didn't give you too much trouble. Have a look at this, Captain. I can't make head or tail of it.
This confirms our suspicions. The colicoids were being mutated to clean up the waste, and it looks like the chemical mutagen they were using could theoretically work.
Well, that's it. That's our solution, right? We just replicate this chemical mutagen.
Sir, there's a problem. Our chief scientist defected to the Republic a few months back. We can't begin to replicate, let alone test the serum without him.
Have there been a lot of defections?
Lately, yes. Of course, the defectors' bodies usually turn up a few weeks later in a ditch somewhere.
How do we know this scientist is still alive?
I guess you could say we lucked out in this case. Seems like our chief scientist was very good at getting away. We have intelligence that Janos Tirek, our chief scientist, is alive and on Balmora, in a Republic research base out near the toxic lakes. You find this scientist, you subdue him, my men will bring him back, and we'll get you your chance to swim in toxic waste.
Consider it done.
Oh, and Sith, hurry back. I just got word that my son passed his trials on Korriban. and is on his way to Balmora. I don't want you to miss it.
Так у меня там миллион насобрался уже или нет? Нет, 815. Так, ладно, потопали.
Must have been imagining things, but I could have sworn I heard those generators go pop from here. Thank you, my lord. But it looks like the resistance isn't done yet.
I will hunt down each and every member of the Resistance if I have to.
Good to hear you say it. Used to be we kept the resistance in check in the wilds, but now they've started to get bolder. They're attacking Imperial holdings in the old Balmoran industrial area. We need to punish their boldness. Lieutenant Thorpe at Markaran Outpost has some ideas about how to put the resistance back in their place.
Ну ладно, уже продолжим в следующей серии. На этом пока все. С вами был Дима. Подписывайтесь на канал, оставляйте свои комментарии, если есть желание. Все, до встречи, пока.